When you pass 70, every day of life becomes more precious than ever. Did you know your body is already sending you important signals about how long you may live? Let's explore the key signs that could help you live longer, healthier, and enjoy life to its fullest. Welcome to today's video. If you or someone you know is over 70, you've probably noticed some noticeable changes in your body. But here's something many people don't know. Your body is actually sending crucial signals about your health and longevity. These signs are not mysterious. They are based on real scientific research. In this video, we'll dive into the signs that can help you recognize what your body is trying to tell you, and most importantly, what you can do to improve your health. Let's start with one of the first signs I want to share, which is your walking speed. Did you know your walking speed can predict how long you might live? People who maintain a steady, brisk walking pace tend to live longer than those who slow down. This isn't just about the health of your legs, it's closely tied to your heart health, muscle strength, and even brain function. Think about two people. One walks quickly and steadily, while the other begins to slow down and feels more fatigued. Who do you think will live a longer, healthier life? According to studies, walking speed is one of the most important indicators of overall health. A study from Harvard University showed that people who maintain a brisk walking pace in their 70s have a lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and other serious health issues. Slower walking speeds could signal muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even early signs of cognitive decline. The good news is that you can improve your walking speed just by walking more regularly and maintaining consistent physical activity each day. Next, let's talk about grip strength, which might surprise you. Believe it or not, your handshake strength can reveal a lot more about your future than you might think. Research has shown that grip strength is one of the clearest indicators of overall vitality in older adults. A firm grip suggests strong muscles, good circulation, and a well-functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or declining grip can be an early warning sign of muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of health complications. Think about two individuals, Robert and Walter. Robert is 78 and has always prided himself on his firm handshake. He stays active, lifts weights, and has no trouble with everyday tasks. Meanwhile, Walter, also 78, started noticing that opening jars or carrying groceries was becoming more difficult. He dismissed it as just aging, but what he didn't realize was that his weakening grip strength was signaling muscle loss, which could lead to increased risk of falls, injuries, and a shorter life expectancy. Now, let's discuss balance, another crucial factor in longevity. Many people don't realize how important balance is until they start losing it. Your ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is actually one of the strongest predictors of how long you may live. Research shows that people who struggle with balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, those who can maintain their balance well into their 70s tend to live longer and healthier lives. Imagine two women, Carol and Nancy. Carol has always been active, walking daily, doing yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. Nancy, however, hasn't focused on her balance, and when she tries to stand on one leg, she starts tipping over. This loss of balance isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a warning sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function may be declining. The good news is that balance can be improved. Simple exercises like standing on one foot for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe, or practicing light Tai Chi can help you regain stability. Let's talk about your sleep patterns. How well you sleep at night says a lot about how long you may live. Sleep is when your body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears toxins from the brain. Studies show that people over 70 who maintain consistent, high-quality sleep tend to live longer and healthier lives. On the other hand, poor sleep is linked to memory decline, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. Let's look at two individuals, Henry and Bill. Henry has a steady bedtime, sleeps about 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling refreshed. Bill, on the other hand, struggles with restless nights, tossing and turning, and waking up multiple times. Over time, Henry's body continues to function well, his mind stays sharp, and his energy levels remain steady. But Bill starts experiencing brain fog, daytime fatigue, and changes in his blood pressure, all linked to his declining sleep quality. Now, let's talk about your appetite and eating habits. The way you eat after 70 is one of the strongest indicators of how long you may live. A healthy appetite and a well-balanced diet keep your body strong, your immune system resilient, and your energy levels high. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite or poor eating habits can signal underlying health issues and even accelerate aging. Consider Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret enjoys her meals, eats a variety of fresh, whole foods, and maintains a steady weight. She looks forward to preparing her own meals and feels energized throughout the day. Susan, however, has noticed that she isn't as hungry as she used to be. She skips meals, relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. What she doesn't realize is that her declining appetite isn't just a small change, it's a red flag that her body may not be absorbing nutrients properly, which could weaken her muscles, slow down her metabolism, and affect her immune system. How you handle stress after 70 can tell you a lot about how long you'll live. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and accelerates aging. On the other hand, people who know how to manage stress effectively tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp well into their later years. Take John and Richard, both 76 years old. John faces challenges just like anyone else: unexpected expenses, health scares, family issues, but he has learned to handle them with a calm, steady approach. He practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems longer than necessary. Richard, however, holds on to stress. He constantly worries about things outside of his control, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and often finds himself stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress wears on his body, raises his blood pressure, affects his sleep, and drains his energy. Finally, let's talk about social connections. The strength of your relationships is one of the clearest indicators of how long you may live after 70. Studies have consistently shown that people with strong social ties, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. Loneliness, on the other hand, has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early mortality. Take Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor has an active social life. She stays in touch with old friends, participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with family. She looks forward to her conversations, laughs often, and feels a sense of connection to the people around her. Barbara, however, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends over the years, and although she has family, she rarely reaches out. As the months pass, she starts feeling isolated, her mood declines, and her health begins to suffer. Now that you've learned about these key signs, take a moment to reflect on where you stand. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence, or have you noticed subtle changes that might be warning signs? The good news is that most of these factors, your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are things you can improve. Your future isn't set in stone, and the choices you make today can have a powerful impact on how many years you have ahead of you. If you've recognized areas where you need to improve, don't wait for a doctor to tell you. Start now. Take more walks, strengthen your muscles, prioritize good sleep, stay socially connected, and find ways to manage stress. The goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your support helps us create more content to inform and inspire you. And of course, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What is one thing you're going to work on improving in your health after watching this video?